A long time ago, I made a video saying Overwatch's biggest problem was the fact that it didn't have enough heroes, and I still stand by that today. However, back when I said it originally, not many people agreed with me, not many people liked my opinions, and they really thought I was wrong. They kept saying things like, Overwatch is a new game, these problems are to be expected, and they will be fixed over time. However, it has been a decent amount of time, and we've gotten a few hero releases, and, well, the problems that I were mainly talking about, and problems that I didn't even see at the time, have been continuing and in some ways been getting worse. I think instead of adding a lot of heroes to the game, right now Overwatch should be focusing on
adding two very specific heroes. Today's video is sponsored by GAMERLINK, the free app for iPhone and Android where you can pick your Overwatch teammates and not get stuck with that guy who plays Symmetra on attack. Yeah, download the free app from the link in the description and then find other players around the same skill rating as you who also play on the same console. Use it for PC, Xbox One, PS4. It works on anything you can play Overwatch on, so be sure to check it out.
I think there are two heroes we need in Overwatch right now that'll definitely shake things up and change the game we're playing, because recently it's been feeling like Overwatch's meta has been pretty stale. I know I've said it in a lot of videos, but like you see 3 to 4 tanks in every game. Usually 3, but I mean, if people are considering using 4 tanks, and there's only 5 tanks total, and they're considering using 0 of the, 13 or 14 DPS heroes in the game, I think there's a problem. And I think that problem can be solved with a little bit of balancing changes. Now, the thing about these two heroes I'm going to suggest in today's video is that they don't directly change the meta right now. They won't directly nerf tanks. They won't directly, change what we're experiencing right now. But they are different enough, and they should have the capability enough to definitely allow people to experiment with new compositions, so we actually can see teams running a multitude of compositions and potentially different heroes, not just the same 6 heroes on either side of the game. Let's talk about the first hero I envision would be amazing for this game. But first, let's talk about why we need this hero. One of the main heroes in the meta, if not the most impactful hero in the meta since the release of Overwatch, has been Lucio. He has only seen nerfs since Overwatch's release. Nerf after nerf after nerf. Nerfing his speed boost, nerfing his AoE healing boost, just nerfing him to the point where it's becoming stupid. Blizzard definitely needs to do something else other than nerf him. And the reason he's been being nerfed is because, well, his AoE speed boost is actually insane. His AoE speed boost, when utilized properly, is potentially one of the best, might be the single best ability in Overwatch. It's crazy, and it has been the reason Lucio has been so dominant in the meta. At DreamHack Winter, the most recent Overwatch tournament, I think Lucio saw play in 97% of team comps. Maybe 94, it was either 94 or 97, regardless, that is an insanely high number. You want to know how much Mercy saw? 0%. Literally was not seen once. Symmetra was played more than Mercy. And then the other heroes, they kind of rotated between Ana and Zenyatta. That shouldn't happen, I don't think. I definitely think we should be switching between all 4 supports and not just having one that you always pick and then maybe one of the other 2 depending on the situation. I don't think anybody's arguing that. I think the general consensus is yes, we want more heroes to be viable. But what I suggest is a new hero that can counter or, contest Lucio. I don't think we really need to change the current supports at all, because Blizzard has been trying that. They have given Mercy insane buffs, ridiculous buffs. She is so much better than she was before, and yet she still doesn't see a lot of play. This just shows that I think we need something new. We need something to mix up the support meta, because with more heroes, we can definitely make more counters and more synergies than before. So what I'm suggesting is a new support hero that has an ability that can rival speed boost. Something that allows a team to really contest with another team that has been speed boosted by Lucio without actually giving them a speed boost. Some things I were thinking of were potentially a direct counter, which would be an AoE slow for the enemy team, which I find could be very interesting, also could be very overpowered, or maybe some sort of single will target stun or slow. Maybe it's just a small AoE. Something like that is something I think we need on a support. And let me explain why. Lucio's speed boost is very good right now because it allows you to go deep and go very hard for a kill. You can basically overextend, and through the help of Lucio with his speed boost and Ana with her healing, you can kind of get out. Roadhogs can go pretty deep, Zaryas can go pretty deep with their own bubbles, Divas can go deep because they also have their defense matrix and their speed. Basically, there is somewhat little punishment you can do to heroes that extend very far when they have escape tools like Ana and Lucio. So to counter this, I think we need a support with a more reliable stun or, sort of crowd control effect than Ana's Sleep Dart. Because Ana's Sleep Dart is great, but it's not entirely reliable. There are some times where you just can't hit it. People are too far away, or, Diva can defense matrix it. I think we need some sort of skill-based shot that stuns or slows someone, maybe in an AoE, who knows. That way you can punish people for overextending pretty hard. And the reason I think this new hero should be a support with some sort of healing as well is because if we take a look at the game, we actually already have a hero that has that exact thing I just described. A disruption, a stun, and, well, it's Roadhog with his hook. But giving another tank that ability to punish tanks seems counterintuitive. We'll just have even more tanks in the meta. So I think right now we need to put this on a new support. That way Lucio has someone that can contest with him, and we see some new changes in the supports. Because if Lucio gets contested, then lots of tanks viability get contested, and already the meta starts shifting. Let's move on and talk about the other hero I would like to see added to Overwatch, and honestly, preferably at the same time. If we could get these two heroes added at the same time, we'd have a huge meta shift, because right now when you add one hero every few months, nothing really changes. But if you could add two at once, double the impact, and make them very good heroes at the same time, we could see some big changes, and it could be a very fun period for Overwatch. So, let's talk about why we need this hero with an example already in game. And that example being Reinhardt. Reinhardt is pretty crazy if you think about it. He is the only tank in the game that can provide that huge shield for his team, and it's made him a must pick in every 2 capture point map, hybrid map, and assault map for the longest time. A team that has no Reinhardt against a team that does is kind of screwed. You even see Reinhardt on King of the Hill now as well, because his shield is just simply so valuable. So when you see him all this huge amount of time, you have to say to yourself, I think we need another tank. We need another frontline tank similar to Reinhardt. Now, I'm not a game developer, I don't know the logistics of this, but I do know we need another tank that can contest an enemy team's frontline like Reinhardt can. Some sort of shield that is similar but different enough from Reinhardt's to make him a new hero, and a kit that kind of follows suit, where he is a tank, he's similar to Reinhardt, but not the same. Because honestly, just from a fun standpoint and, a me to you standpoint, Reinhardt being necessary in every game kind of sucks, because not every game has a Reinhardt player, and when a hero is that impactful to the meta, I think we need some sort of other hero that can contest that, and I think we need another frontline tank. No other you could consider Reinhardt like a super tank, honestly. You have your off tanks, which are like Zarya and Roadhog, who can deal a lot of damage but provide a little bit of protection. You have your main tanks, which you have like Winston, who can put his bubble down and disrupt a lot, as well as Diva with her defense matrix. And then you have your super tank, which is just Reinhardt. The dude is meant to take damage, and we don't have any other tank like that. So I think that could be the second hero Overwatch needs. Now, I'm not saying these heroes will immediately fix all of Overwatch's problems, or that these two will fix any problems, but I do think these two heroes are the next two that can really help diversify the way we play the game. Because if the game doesn't get diversified in the future, nobody's going to be playing it much longer. So I think these two heroes, the one that can contest Reinhardt for the super tank role, the pusher tank role, and the one that can test Lucio's super powerful speed boost, should be and could be really big game changers. Tell me what you guys think down below, if you agree, if you disagree, and be sure to leave a like. Every like gives me an hour of sleep and a minute of sleep, and if I don't get sleep, no more videos. So yeah guys, I'll see you guys all later. Lone Hawk out.